with Zach from the Wellingtons. We're a bit excited.
Very excited.
Very excited.
I'm excited. Okay, so to kick it off, you guys have been together for 5 years, 5 amazing years, and you've released 3 albums in that time in Japan, UK, US, Spain, and Australia.
Yeah.
And you've done a lot. You've toured those areas twice. Can you tell us about what made you want to go worldwide straight away and not kind of, a lot of bands kind of start off in Australia and slowly kind of go overseas.
Sure.
What drove you to jump all over that?
It wasn't like a preconceived idea at all. It really fell into our lap. Like we've released our first record through a small Sydney indie label called Reverberation, and they started, and then this Japanese buyer who works for a big retailer over there started ordering, hundreds of copies of our record and selling them through Tower Records when it was like, just available on import. So it wasn't even something that we deliberately did. It just, the Japanese market was the first one that happened to come to us, and we started, selling hundreds of albums, and then labels got interested, and, they were inviting us over for tours, and it was really too easy. Like, I mean, so many bands just sort of sit up at night planning meetings and stuff, and we just, we were lucky, I guess. I don't know, hopefully it's got something to do with the fact that we write good songs, I'm not sure, but could be that.
I found it crazy that you really did kick off in Japan. I didn't realise there was such a, maybe Australian bands getting on, like big...
Sure, over there, yeah.
Lost the word. Attention over there.
Right, yeah. It was crazy. Like, we didn't really know what to expect the first time we went over there, and after our first show in Tokyo, we ended up signing autographs and posing for photos for almost 2 hours. It was just ridiculous. People were just lining up, and we didn't really know how many people were going to show up at the gig. And then we did like an in-store a few days later, and the same thing, people wanting us to sign copies of the album, and it was really quite surreal. And after that first show, I almost, it just felt like it was just a new kind of dawning for us, I guess, and we kind of knew that there were people that were then going to want to hear a next record and going to want us to come back, and it just made us, really excited to keep doing it and having fun with it and, write the best songs we can. So. Yeah,
and you were saying before earlier that the Japanese really like your sound, like.
Yeah, I think the infectious sort of power pop sound does tend to go well. They really love cute anthemic pop songs that they can sing along to, and they sing along in their English, and it's really cute and adorable. And we get the sweetest fan mail from people just saying, I listen to your music on the train when I go to school,
brilliant.
And your music always puts a smile on my face and stuff like that. So it means a lot to us, and it's just really super cool.
So talking about the albums, you guys have 3 albums, you're working on a 4th, and obviously that drives you your support all over the world and in Australia. But when you record 3 albums and you get in the studio to do a 4th, is it hard to stay fresh? Is it hard to come up with new material and kind of create a different sound from those other 3 albums, so when people put it on, they don't just say, oh, this kind of sounds a little similar to those other albums?
Yeah, it can be challenging. I think with us, it sort of sounds like a cliche, but I think really I've just gotten better at branching out and just incorporating a few more different styles into the music, getting better at writing lyrics. I don't know, I listen back to our first album and I just kind of hear where we could have got better.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was an easy kind of thing for us to do, to go, all right, let's spend a little bit more time writing lyrics. We'll bring the other members in, get them to help me out with some of the, and have more. Just, not clever lyrics, but just things that, when you're a younger guy and you're writing songs, often you'll just throw a whole bunch of words together and they won't necessarily mean anything. So I think as we've gone along, we've gotten better with the lyrics and just broadened the sound and just got better arranging vocal harmonies and guitar parts and hooks and synths and keyboards and strings and mellotrons and glockenspiels and all that sort of stuff. I love putting everything on a record. So each time we're trying to make it bigger and better, and and this 4th record, I think we've been able to achieve that, and I'm really looking forward to getting it out, early next year and having people hearing it, and then of course going on tour and going to places that, that want to hear the songs.
Yeah, so that'll be brilliant. That's what you want. You want everything you can possibly get on an album. And it's really cool that you can say that you've listened back and thought, oh, no, is that probably why you're putting more time into this?
Definitely, yeah. I want to, make sure I'm proud of all the songs that come out on each record, and I look back at the first 2 and just see where we could have done better, and think that hopefully this next record we're going to reach some of those goals.
Well, you'll be performing after this. You can check you out at Star Tunes Darabin. We're going to be talking about the gigs a little later on. Guys, we're jumping to a song, but after this, he will be performing live, so don't go anywhere. Thank you very much.
Hey, and welcome back, guys. we have just interviewed Zach from the Wellingtons, and he's about to do a performance for us. If you want to check them out, though, they're playing at the Empress on Sunday the 5th.
That's right. I'll check them out at Darebin Community Centre on Tuesday for Star Tunes with a lot of great other bands like Red Ink.
Here he is.
Hey everybody. This is a song, it's called Keep Me Holding On, that will appear on the next Wellingtons record.